Hi friends, welcome to the May edition of What Would You Make? Hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, Christine from DIY Craftaholic, and guest host Sandra from the Schwoen's Nest. Links to all the hosts and the playlist will be in the description box. Okay, so we're using wood slices in today's video. I was gifted 5 oak wood slices by my younger brother. I was so happy to get them. They were already cracked when I got them, but hey, they're totally free. They look beautiful to me, so I figured, okay, I'll just get my power sander and a little polyurethane and some stencils, and we can create some really cute outdoor decor. So the smaller one I'm thinking I can use as like a door hanger, so I'm going to get these both sanded down, and that's my Rust-Oleum walnut that I'm going to use for the larger one. After I had sanded both sides of both of the wood slices, I grabbed my stencils. These are French country inspired stencils that I found on Amazon, and I will have them linked in the description box. So I went ahead and taped down my first one, and then I'm using just some black chalk paint that I found at Dollar Tree. The Craft Wise, I think, is the brand of it. It's a nice thick black chalk paint, and I thought this would really show up nicely on this wood slice. So I received these wood slices a few months ago, and they've dried out quite a bit from when I first received them, but I do believe it takes like up to a year for the wood to fully dry unless you kiln dry it. And for the smaller wood round in this beautiful bee stencil, I'm using the more of that black chalk paint, the Craftwise, and white matte apple barrel paint for the ribbon detail around the outside. I thought these French country stencils would be really nice to use for nice summer decor. This larger wood round, it says Sweet Garden. And then I have my larger stencil that I want to go back over that with, but then the mosquitoes were really getting to me, so I decided I would have to complete that indoors. Okay, so I'm going to take my stencil with my French words, and just, since this is dry, I'm going to go ahead and just add just here and there some of these French words in the background. So the next morning I go in with some sandpaper to scuff up my image a little bit, and then I use a foam brush to add that stained polyurethane combo in that walnut color. I made sure to get into the edges and really get inside where that crack is so it doesn't crack anymore. Since this will be out in the elements, I really wanted that polyurethane to really get into every area of the wood slice. I made sure to coat both sides thoroughly with the polyurethane, and I let it sit for about 7 to 8 hours, and then I stuck it out into a planting bed, and I think it turned out really pretty. I've never done any natural wood slice pieces for garden decor before, so I have a few more of these wood slices, and maybe I'll cut some in half. I'm not sure. If you've worked with large wood slices, I'd appreciate any suggestions or comments for my other pieces. If you enjoy beautiful DIYs on a budget, thrift flips, and more, please check out Rustic and Lace DIY, DIY Craftaholic, and the Schwoen's Nest. So for the smaller slice, when I brought it in the previous night, all I did was scuff it up a bit with the sandpaper just to make my image look a little bit more vintage and worn. So the next morning, I just went over this front and back with a Rust-Oleum moisture repellent for wood, and I made sure to get down into the cracks. Okay, so I left it out to dry for several hours, and because it's already split, I went a little bit heavier with the spray in this area so it wouldn't split anymore. Hopefully that works. So I want to use this cotton nautical rope from Dollar Tree as a hanger. And so I'll just, this is going to be my top. So I'll just use my staple gun and get this. After slicing the rope, I decided to add double staples on each side just for added stability. Then I decided to add bonjour, and I'm just using Dollar Tree alphabet stencil stickers for this, and that black chalk paint, and the Z is just a placeholder because I only had one O. And here's my little bonjour bee hanging up. I think this really turned out cute. Although it's hanging up indoors just for the video, this will be outdoor decor. We've got wet paint on the opposite side of the front door right now. I love how this turned out, even with the crack and all. I can't wait to use more of these wood slices. And here's one more look at my large wood slice. Again, if you have any tips on using these wood slices, I would really appreciate that in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed my video today. Don't forget there is a playlist. I'll have a link in the description box to the playlist and all three of our wonderful hosts. I hope you guys have a fantastic summer.